Okay, good morning students. Today we are here with our third lecture on the chapter Long Walk to Freedom, written by Nelson Mandela. We have completed its two lectures. In the first lecture, Nelson Mandela has given you the account of inauguration day of the first black government. In the second, he has given you his inner feelings, what he think in his inner side, in his heart on that day. On the third part, he is giving you his account how he becomes an rebellion, how he becomes a person who rebel for something. What compels him to become a rebellion? He was not a rebellion by his nature. The conditions, the circumstances made by the English peoples, made by the society, made by that policy compels him to become an rebellion. In the first in the first paragraph of his third part, writer has told you about the obligations. The most important thing in this chapter are the obligations. Obligation means responsibilities. Responsibilities. He said that in life every man has twin obligations. Twin means double. Twin means double. He said that in life each and every man of this world, each and every human being of this world has two responsibilities. Obligation to his family means responsibility towards his family. We have a lot of responsibilities towards our family, towards our parents, towards our wife, towards our children, towards our relatives, towards our mother. We have a lot of responsibility. As a son, we have the responsibility towards our father and mother, brothers and elder sisters, younger sisters. Then as a man, we will have responsibilities towards our family, towards our wife, towards our children. So we have two responsibilities. First responsibility is to our family. We have to fulfill various desires of our parents as a child. Then as a man, we have to fulfill the needs of our family. So these are our responsibilities. Then our second responsibility is to our community, to our country. We have a lot of responsibilities towards our community in which we are living. We have a lot of responsibility towards our country in which we are living. We have to follow the rules. We have to do this and that for our country. So he is saying that every man, every human being in this world have two responsibilities. One towards his family, second towards the country and community. And he said that in a civil and human society, each man is able to fulfill those obligations according to his own inclination and abilities. In the normal societies, in the human societies, every man is able to fulfill these two responsibilities according to his desire, according to his abilities. But in the society of South Africa, in the country like South Africa, in the society made by the British peoples in the country, in the South Africa, it was almost impossible for a man of my birth and color to fulfill both of those obligations. He said that in the society of that time, in the society created by the white peoples in South Africa, it is impossible. It was impossible for a man to fulfill these two obligations at a time. He cannot fulfill these two obligations at a time. In South Africa, a man of color who attempted to live as a human being was punished and isolated. In that time, if a black person wishes to fulfill the responsibility towards the humanity, towards the society, towards the community, towards the country, he was punished. He was punished and pushed behind the bars. In South Africa, a man who tried to fulfill his duty to his people was inevitably ripped from his family and his home and was forced to live life apart. In South Africa at that time, the society created by the white peoples, if a man tries to fulfill the responsibility towards country, towards the society, towards the human being. He was simply picked up from his house and put in the jail. He was ripped off from his family. पूरी फैमिली में से निकाल लिया जाता था और जेल में डाल दिया जाता था. If a person is in jail, then how can he fulfill the responsibility towards his family? In the jail, he can fulfill the responsibility towards the country. But how can he fulfill the responsibility towards his family if he is in jail? I did not in the beginning choose to place my people above my family. But in attempting to serve my people, I found that I was prevented from fulfill my obligations as a son, as a brother, as a father, and as a husband. He said that when I enter in the field of community, when I enter in the field to serve the community, to serve the country, to serve the society, I was forcefully drawn out from my family. The English peoples compel me to go away from my family. When I go away from my family, I was unable to fulfill my responsibilities, my obligations towards my family. I cannot fulfill my responsibility as a son. I cannot serve my family. I cannot fulfill my responsibility as a brother. I cannot fulfill my responsibility as a husband. I cannot fulfill my responsibility as a father because I was trying to fulfill responsibility of the nation. He said that I was not born with a hunger to be free. I was born free, free in every way that I could know. He said that at the childhood when I was born, I feel that I was free. I was free to do anything. But as soon as I grow up, when I understand the feelings, when I start understanding the matters going on, I found that I was not free. Until then, he himself said that as long as I obey my father and abide by the customs of my tribe, I was not troubled by the laws of man or God. He said until I was obeying my father, until I was obeying all the rules that were forcefully given to the black peoples, I was not in trouble. But as soon as I started to struggle with them, I started to struggle with the rules, I was in trouble. It was only when I began to learn that my boyhood freedom was an illusion. He said that I found that my childhood freedom was an illusion. Illusion मतलब धोखा. धोखा था. The freedom I was enjoying, that was an illusion. Actually, we were in the chain of rules. I wanted freedom only for myself. At the transitory freedom of being able to stay at the night, he said that at the starting of my struggle, I want freedom only for myself. I want to go away in the fields freely. I want to swim in the river freely. I want to go here and there freely. Only for myself. But as soon as I grow up, later as a young man in Johannesburg, I yearned for the basic and honorable freedom of achieving my potential, of earning my keep, of marrying or having a family. The freedom not to be obstructed in the lawful life. He said that when I was a child, I want freedom only for myself. But when I become a young man, I again want some more freedom. So my urge for freedom is increasing day by day. But then I slowly saw that not only was I not free, but my brothers and sisters were not free. But soon, very soon, when I grew up more, I found that it was not only I suffering from this. My lot of brothers and sisters are suffering from the same thing. They are not free. The entire black community was not free. I saw that it was not just my freedom that was curtailed, but the freedom of everyone who looked like I did. He said that very soon I realized that it was not only me whose freedom was curtailed, whose freedom was bounded by the rules, but it was the entire black race of the South Africa. It was the entire black people of the South Africa whose freedoms were curtailed. Then that is when I joined the African National Congress, and then is when the hunger for my own freedom become the greater hunger for the freedom of my people. And he said that when I joined the African National Congress, then my hunger for the freedom of myself changes to the hunger for freedom of my community, my brothers, my sisters. It was this desire for the freedom of my people to live their life with dignity and self-respect that animated my life. He said that this desire, this hunger for the dignity and self-respect of my community, I want dignity and self-respect of my community. This desire animate my family, motivate me. That you can say that figured my whole life. That drove a law-abiding attorney to become a criminal. This desire compels me. I was a law-abiding person. I was a person who followed the rules and regulation made for the society, but I become a criminal that turned a family loving husband into a man without a home. He said that this desire for freedom of the community turns my life, because when I become a rebellion, when I become a criminal, I cannot stay in my house. So from a loving father, from a loving husband, I become a rebellion. I am no more virtuous or self-sacrificing than the next man, but I found that I could not even enjoy the poor and limited freedoms I was allowed. He said that this idea changes my life. From a loving parent, from a loving husband, I become a homeless wanderer. I knew my people were not free. Freedom is indivisible. He said that freedom is indivisible. Freedom is a thing that you cannot divide. If you think that I am free and my community members are in chain, then I can enjoy freedom. It is not true. If the chains on any one of my people were the chains on all of them, he thinks that if any person, even a single black people is curtailed, if the life of the freedom of a single black person is curtailed, it means that all the peoples are curtailed. The chains on all of my people were the chains on me. I knew that oppressor must be liberated just as surely as the oppressed. Now he said that he has given you two things, oppressor and oppressed. Oppressor means जो किसी को दबा रहा हो, जो किसी के ऊपर अत्याचार कर रहा हो, और oppressed means जो उस अत्याचार को सह रहा है, जो उस दबाने को सह रहा है. जैसे मैं अगर आपके ऊपर अत्याचार करूं, then I am of the oppressor and you are the oppressed. He said that oppressors must be liberated. उसने कहा जो अत्याचार कर रहा है उसको भी आजादी की जरूरत है. भाई वो कहां किसी का गुलाम है? वो तो आजाद है, तभी तो अत्याचार कर रहा है, तभी तो आपको गुलाम बन कर रख रखा है. बट नेल्सन मंडेला थिंक्स दैट ऑप्रेसर्स मस्ट बी लिबरेट. आखिर वो भी तो किसी बंधन में है. किस बंधन में है? अ मैन हु टेक्स अवे अनदर मैन्स फ्रीडम इज अ प्रिजनर ऑफ हैटर्ड. इट्स दैट इफ अ मैन हु टेक अनदर मैन्स फ्रीडम, जो दूसरों की आजादी छीनता है, इसका क्या मतलब हुआ? ही इज अ प्रिजनर ऑफ हेटर्ड. वो भी घृणा से एकदम बंधा हुआ है. हम आपको परेशान क्यों करेंगे? जब हम आपसे घृणा करेंगे, जब हम आपको नहीं पसंद करेंगे, तभी तो आपको परेशान करेंगे. ही सेड दैट हमको उस फीलिंग से उस आदमी को आजाद कराना है. हमको उस आदमी को बताना है कि आप ये गलत सोच रहे हो. वी आर सेम. आप अगर ये सोचते हो कि हम कमजोर हैं या हम अच्छे नहीं हैं, दैट इज रॉन्ग थिंग. सो वी मस्ट free that man from this feeling, then only we can get freedom. A man who takes away another man's freedom is a prisoner of hatred. he is locked behind the bars of prejudice and narrow-mindedness. He said that he has locked himself behind the bars of narrow-mindedness. उसके सोचने की जो क्षमता है ना वो कम हो चुकी है. वो सिर्फ अपने बारे में सोच रहा है, वो कम्युनिटी के बारे में नहीं सोच रहा है, वो बाकी लोगों के बारे में नहीं सोच रहा है, वो ह्यूमैनिटी के बारे में नहीं सोच रहा है. हमको उसको ये चीज रियलाइज करानी है. We have to free him from these thinkings. I am not truly free if I am taking away someone else's freedom, just as surely as I am not free when my freedom is taken from me. He said that I am not free. मैं खुद आजाद नहीं हूं अगर मैं दूसरों की आजादी छीनता हूं. क्यों नहीं हूं? सपोज कीजिए, एक मैं आपको एग्जांपल देता हूं. अगर मैं ये सोचूं कि मुझे आपको परेशान करना है, कल मेरे जो आपको खूब सारा होमवर्क देना है, कल मुझे आपसे खूब सारे क्वेश्चन पूछने हैं, मैं आपको खूब पैसे करके खूब पिटाई करूंगा, खूब परेशान करूंगा. तो इसके लिए क्या होगा? मुझे आज रात भर जागना होगा, मुझे आज रात भर प्रिपरेशन करनी होगी कि क्या क्या क्वेश्चन पूछने हैं, क्या क्या होमवर्क देने हैं, कैसे आपको परेशान करना है. इट मीन्स मेरी भी तो रात खराब होगी, मतलब मेरी भी लाइफ में तो सुकून नहीं होगा, मेरी भी लाइफ में खुशी नहीं होगी. सो इफ आई वॉन्ट टू कर्टेल यू, अगर मैं आपको एंजॉय करने से रोकना चाहता हूं तो मुझे भी तो अपना एंजॉयमेंट खोना पड़ेगा, मुझे भी अपना सुकून, मुझे भी अपना चैन खोना पड़ेगा, तब मैं आपको परेशान कर सकता हूं. द सेम थिंग ही इज सेइंग दैट द व्हाइट पीपल्स आर नॉट फ्री. they have kept them behind the bars of narrow-mindedness. The oppressor and the oppressor alike are robbed of their humanity, because we have to teach them the humanity. So this is the end of your chapter. This was an autobiography of Nelson Mandela. In the 3 parts, he has given you description of, in the part first, the inauguration day, the inaugural speech. In the second part, his inner feelings, his idea about courage, his feelings about the national leaders. In third part, he told you about twin obligations, freedom, the oppressors. Now, the important questions of this chapter, the most important question is this: what twin obligations does Nelson Mandela mention? And some more important questions I will send you in WhatsApp, and you have to answer all of these questions. But until I have not received any answer from any one of you, so it is my request to complete all the questions of this chapter and send it to my WhatsApp. Until then, thank you. Have a nice day.